Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Gaura Dhawanlal with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges global investors to invest in India and avail its huge market, infrastructure and a growing startup ecosystem. Says India to invest $1.3 trillion in modern infrastructure in coming years. Centre institutes highest civilian award for contribution to nation's unity and integrity in the name of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. India committed to eradicating tuberculosis before 2025, says Health Minister Dr. Vardhan. Death toll in earthquake in Pak Occupied Kashmir and other areas rises to 37. And in sports, Indian duo of Pankaj Advani and Aditya Mehra win IBSF World Team Snooker Championship in Myanmar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today urged global investors and businesses to invest in India to avail the golden opportunity arising out of its huge market, infrastructure ecosystem and a growing startup ecosystem. In his keynote address at the third edition of the Bloomberg Global Business Forum in New York, the Prime Minister said his government is working towards improving the business environment in the country. He said India has cut corporate tax and done away with 50-old laws that were detrimental to development.
अभी कुछ दिन पहले ही हमने कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स में भारी कमी करने का फैसला लिया है। ये निवेश के स्तर से बहुत क्रांतिकारी कदम है और इस फैसले के बाद मेरी बिजनेस वर्ल्ड के जितने भी लोगों से बात हुई वो इसे बहुत ही ऐतिहासिक कदम मानते हैं। हमने 50 से ज्यादा ऐसे पुराने कानूनों को भी समाप्त कर दिया है जो विकास के कार्यों में बाधा उत्पन्न कर रहे हैं।
Mr. Modi informed the forum that India is going to invest $1.3 trillion in modern infrastructure in the coming years. He said lakhs of crores of rupees are also being spent on improving the social infrastructure of the country and creating new infrastructure for future generations.
हम आने वाले वर्षों में 100 लाख करोड़ यानी लगभग $1.3 ट्रिलियन आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर खर्च करने जा रहे हैं। इसके अलावा भारत के सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर भी लाखों करोड़ रुपए खर्च किए जा रहे हैं। भारत की ग्रोथ स्टोरी में क्वालिटेटिव और क्वांटिटेटिव लीप का रोडमैप जमीन पर उतर चुका है। अब भारत ने एक बड़ा लक्ष्य रखा है देश को $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी बनाने।
The Prime Minister said India is rapidly defeating poverty and moving up the ladder by increasing purchasing power. Talking about banking sector reforms, the Prime Minister said the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code has been formulated to strengthen banks. He said 377 million people have been brought under the banking sector in the last 4 years. He said India has opened its defence sector like never before, adding that 90% of FDI is through the automatic route now. The Prime Minister said the 4 factors that make India reliable and investor-friendly are democracy, demography, demand and decisiveness. Exhorting the business leaders present, the Prime Minister said their technology and India's talent can change the world. He also said that their skills and those of India can speed up global economic growth. Mr. Modi interacted with philanthropist and Bloomberg CEO Michael Bloomberg and said the challenge before India is nuclear energy. He said if India gets an opportunity to produce nuclear energy, that will revolutionize power availability. Mr. Modi also highlighted steps taken for promoting organic farming, the Ayushman Bharat scheme, Digital India and Atal Tinkering Labs. Speaking at the event, Michael Bloomberg said the world needs a strong India. Our correspondent reports that the Bloomberg Global Business Forum Meet is an annual event organized by philanthropist Michael Bloomberg every year to share the ideas and vision of global leaders from public and private sectors on key issues. The theme of the third edition of the annual event this year is Restoring Global Stability. We now go over live to New York, where our correspondent Atul Kumar Tiwari is on the line. Atul, what were the main issues the Prime Minister discussed at various fora over the last 24 hours?
Yes, Gaura. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a hectic schedule in New York. First, he had talks with President Donald Trump where a lot of issues came into discussion. Then, he sat with top leaders of 14 Pacific Island nations to share concerns of the climate change and development. Then, he unveiled Gandhi Solar Park and Gandhi Peace Garden in New York. UN postage stamps dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi were also released, where he was joined by top leaders including UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Then at Gates Foundation, PM dwelt at length on India's Swachh Bharat story, and he received Global Goalkeepers Award. Now, a short while ago at Bloomberg Global Business Forum, he shared how India has become a top FDI destination, the case of how India's ease of business has improved, as he invited Michael Bloomberg and other business leaders to come forward and join India's growth story.
Thank you, Atul. In continuation of his vision to attract foreign investment and expand India's economic cooperation, the Prime Minister is now holding a roundtable conference with top 45 American CEOs in New York. Top officials of Google, Apple, Pepsi, Boeing, MetLife and GE are attending the meeting. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts.
आज हम मिलेंगे इस गांव की पहली लड़की से, जिसने मेडिकल एग्जाम क्लियर करके अपने परिवार का ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे गांव का नाम रोशन किया है। बधाई हो सपना।
थैंक यू।
तैयारी तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन आपने ऐसी क्या खास तैयारी की?
खास तैयारी तो बाबा ने की।
बाबा ने?
4 साल पहले बाबा ने घर पे इज्जत घर बनवाया, तब से बाहर नहीं जाना पड़ा और मैं स्वस्थ और सुरक्षित रह पाई और चैन से पढ़ाई कर पाई। इसी से मेरी तैयारी की शुरुआत हुई।
इज्जत घर के इस्तेमाल से सपना की तरह कई और जिंदगियां बदल रही हैं। इसलिए इज्जत घर का इस्तेमाल करते रहिए, हर कोई, हर रोज, हमेशा।
पेयजल एवं स्वच्छता विभाग, जल शक्ति मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
The Centre has instituted the highest civilian award in the field of contribution to the unity and integrity of India in the name of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. It seeks to recognize notable and inspiring contributions to promote the cause of national unity and integrity and reinforce the value of a strong and united India. The award will be announced on the occasion of National Unity Day on the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel on 31st of October. The birth anniversary of BJP ideologue Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay was celebrated today. Paying tributes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi described him as one of the greatest icons of India. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said his message of serving the downtrodden with compassion resonates far and wide even today. BJP President Amit Shah paid floral tribute to Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay at his statue at the party headquarters in New Delhi. BJP Working President JP Nadda also paid floral tribute to the veteran leader. Addressing a gathering on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay at his monument at Dhankia village near Jaipur, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said Pakistan is continuously trying to damage and destabilize India through terrorism. Mr. Singh said, by removing Articles 370 and 35A, it is shown that there is no difference between the saying and the doing of the BJP. He said that Pakistan has to digest this. BJP Working President JP Nadda today said that there is now only one constitution in the country after the abrogation of Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir. Delivering a lecture on Article 370 in New Delhi this evening, he said, since inception, the party has always believed in one nation, one constitution and one head. He said it is clearly mentioned in the constitution that Article 370 was a temporary provision and this did not grant special status to Jammu and Kashmir.
मम्मी, मैं तैयार हूँ बाजार जाने के लिए। आपने कपड़े का थैला रख लिया है ना? प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है
इस 2 अक्टूबर को हम भारत को सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक, क्या इससे देश को मुक्ति दिला सकते हैं? मैं तो सभी दुकानदारों से आग्रह करूंगा, एक बोर्ड ये भी लगा दीजिए, कृपा करके हमसे प्लास्टिक की थैली की अपेक्षा न करें। आप अपने घर से कपड़े का थैला लेकर के आइए। जूट के थैले हो, कपड़े के थैले हो, मेरे किसान को मदद करेगा। गरीब विधवा माँ जो सिलाई करती होगी उसको मदद करेगा। यानी हमारा एक छोटा सा निर्णय भी सामान्य मानवी के जीवन में किस प्रकार से बदलाव ला सकता है, हम उस दिशा में काम करें।
क्या आपने रखा है अपने साथ कपड़े का थैला?
Welcome back. You are listening to the news at 9. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Vardhan reiterated India's commitment to eradicating tuberculosis, TB, before 2025. After launching TB Harega, Desh Jeetega campaign in New Delhi today, he said 1/3 of people in the world have TB bacteria and 10% of them can become its victim anytime. The minister said he has written letters to all MPs as public representatives can play an important role in defeating TB. The minister said the centre is providing free TB medicines not only to patients of government hospitals but also those visiting private hospitals. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Tuberculosis has been a major public health problem globally and more importantly in India for a long time. Several new initiatives like expansion of diagnostics network, newer drugs and digital interventions resulted in remarkable increase in the number of cases. The objective of TB Harega Desh Jeetega campaign is to eliminate TB by the year 2025 against the global targets of 2030. 4 pillars of this campaign are early detection, prevention, patient care and community engagement. With Prateek, Suparna Sekya, AIR News, Delhi.
The Assam government has started the third phase of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, which has completed 1 year of its existence. Our correspondent says the state has so far spent 47 crore rupees on the beneficiaries.
The third phase of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana covers over 26 lakh families as beneficiaries. The state also has increased the empanelled hospitals from 179 to well over 300 under the phase 3 of the scheme. As on date, the scheme has benefited more than 75,000 beneficiaries in the state. Nazbin Begum Sarkar, AIR News, Guwahati.
The death toll in the devastating earthquake that rattled Pakistan Occupied Kashmir and several northeastern cities in the country rose to 37 today. Authorities have stepped up rescue operations to save people trapped in the debris of several toppled buildings. The number of casualties is likely to increase as around 100 of the injured admitted to hospitals are in a critical condition. Delhi police have arrested 2 persons for duping unemployed youth for running a fake job racket promising appointments in Doordarshan. The mastermind had designed a fake website resembling that of the public broadcaster and cheated at least 50 job aspirants. After receiving a complaint from Doordarshan, police began a probe into the racket, leading to 2 suspects, a former advertisement agency employee and another, a former ATM security guard operating from Ghaziabad. They duped unsuspecting job seekers of nearly 15 lakh rupees. On to sports now. The Indian duo of Pankaj Advani and Aditya Mehra won the IBSF World Snooker team title at Mandalay, Myanmar today. They beat Thailand's team comprising C. Pongsakorn and D. Poramin 5-2 in the finals. This takes Advani's world title tally to a phenomenal 23, while Aditya claimed his maiden title. Advani had won the World Billiards event at Mandalay last week. In cricket, Rohit Sharma moved up a place to world number 8 in the latest ICC T20 rankings for batsmen released in Dubai today. He is tied at the 8th spot with England's Alex Hales. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges global investors to invest in India and avail its huge market, infrastructure and a growing startup ecosystem, says India to invest $1.3 trillion in modern infrastructure in coming years. Centre institutes highest civilian award for contribution to nation's unity and integrity in the name of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. India committed to eradicating tuberculosis before 2025, says Health Minister Dr. Vardhan. Death toll in earthquake in Pak Occupied Kashmir and other areas rises to 37. And in sports, Indian duo of Pankaj Advani and Aditya Mehra win IBSF World Team Snooker Championship in Myanmar. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.